spear orange is mildly disturbing for me. That is actually distressing. Thank you for giving me that mental image. What the fuck, ew? Exactly. Chat, speaking of what the fuck, ew. It's time to say hi to YouTube. I'm gonna play some Dwarf Fortress. Sizzletongs! You were kidding, but okay. Yeah, but you put the mental image in my head! That's your fault! God damn it! You're gross! Ew! Frame rate. Zenith. It's okay. I'll cut the VOD further back. I won't swear in the first 15 seconds. Although here's the thing, right? I do actually mark my VODs as having abbreviated cursing, which means I can say words up until the they describe it as hard F word as insult and not in a humorous fashion. I don't know how they determine that. But I don't know. YouTube decided to become a Christian Minecraft server, and it perplexes me. Anyway, Dwarf Fort. Dwarf Fort. So we are building things, as you do in this video game. There's a little bit of lava on the surface, and this thing over here is a mess. I'm trying to unfuck it. I'm trying to fix it. Sorry, YouTube. I'm trying to fix it. There is a siege happening, and we burninated some of them, and they're burninating themselves. I'm not sure how many of them are left, but we're just gonna go stab them to death when they release, or when we open up the surface again. They're kind of just like wandering around with pickaxe, with crossbows and such. It's fine. So you know, it's fine. It's fine. You'd be surprised how in depth YouTube goes with their swearing allowances. Like, they say that they do not consider hell and damn curse words in any format, which I think is really funny. So, sorry, like, puritanical Christians. Hell and damn are not bad words. Anyway, so it's likely a request from advertisers. I don't think it's a request from advertisers. I think it's YouTube trying to make their ads worth more. I think it's YouTube trying to get better advertisers. But the actual thing is, like, they don't care if you swear. They just care if you swear in the first 15 seconds. So I will cut the VOD in a place where there is at least 15 seconds before the first swear word, and I will mark down that there is swearing after the first 15 seconds. It'll say, okay for ads, and then I will move on with my life. Anyway, enough about that. So we do have we do have a duke, who is currently asking me to make more shields and goblets. Okay, from the mayor. Sure, we can make those. Let's just queue up some shields and goblets. Steel shield 3 and gold gob 3. All right, so now those are queued up. The fortress itself, we'll just run through the named dwarves real quick. So these are all of the dwarves that are named after people from the chat room. We have Old Zwari, Stockholm Wills, Aegis, Alter Ego, Andoro the Insane, Apparent Bliss, Aporu, Azrael, Bane, Bert Clues, me, Calcium Crypt, my bot, thanks chat, Captain Walmart, Chaos Runner, Claiborne, Cold-Blooded Daddy Inspector, Diamond Destruct, Eats Cereal, who's probably going to be the last dwarf alive in the fort, I bet. Fallout Rain, Frazier, Fusty McCrusty, Gloves, Gobsnack Green Dude, Grunty Thirst, Happy Dwarf, Happy Salt Dwarf, I can't pronounce your name still. Jaden, Jelly Belly, Kyra Asylum, Lightning Roger, Loamshag, Mad Wolf, McJerby, Neeks, Nutwick, Orange TJ, Pablo Rasta, Popliope, Putnam, Really Swifty, Swifty5, Silent Potato, Thanos, The Banner, Fold, Transfem, Tyrandes, Vervolts, Wild Magically, and Z29V. Why are you sad? It's a good question. Why aren't you sad? So with that aside, what I gotta say is the fortress itself is an attempt to retake the mountain home from whoever the hell has control over it right now, which isn't us. The fortress itself has a bunch of bedrooms, and then on the lower levels we have more bedrooms and storage. Then over here we have this lovely kind of split double tavern thing, which I'm working on building out, which I'm very happy with. We just put a mist generator up above it, and these are the kitchens with the with the cooking guild, the dinner of dining. And then up here we have very unfinished temples which need to be worked on. Over here we have power as well as a masonry area as well as a bunch of fun levers that do fun things when we pull them. We have an automated garbage disposal unit that's kids keep leaving their toys over here for some reason. I don't know why they do that. And then as for the fort itself, it go down to here. If we jump up to the surface again and go over to here, the lava cometh from over hereth. And it burn. It's very effective. I still have a bunch of levers to connect to stuff. These need levers connected and whatnot. The lava, well, the lava itself comes from right here, pumped from here, which comes from over here, which comes from down here. So it's a pretty good time. It's a pretty good time. We got coffins over here, and this is technically a jail that needs some work. And there's combat happening, apparently? Vervolts is fighting with a Crundle. Who let a Crundle in the fort? A guy? What? What is happening? Why is there a Crundle in my fort? Okay, that's an ant person. Why is there a Crundle in my fort? Oh, there's actually a Crundle in my fort. All right, well, stab him to death then, boys. Get him. Is it the shape of India or something? Anyway, there's no longer a Crundle in the fort, so that's good. Can I show you how I power the screw pumps for the lava? Well, so these right here come from up here. Don't worry about these ones. These are extras. These are for the top half. So the water flows from this aquifer over here, down here. So the water flows along this up to here, right? And then it flows down to here, and then off the side of the map. And these water wheels are powered by it. These water wheels then pop up to here and power this mist generator, and then the power go this way, this way, this way, this way to the screw pumps, and it's generating 2,500 power and only using 1,557, so it's a very efficient little setup. You know, people who say that, like, the volcano chutes in Dwarf Fortress look like Texas. I've taken a map of Texas and overlaid it on several different volcano layouts, and none of them have looked like Texas to me, so. It's like you look at a map of Texas once, and then everything that's, like, remotely circular-ish looks like Texas. More like India, really. It's not that far off from India, but it looks nothing like Texas. All right, so. It's time for important stuff, chat. Earthwiz, what kind of dwarf do you want? As for jobs that we have available, we have one miner, two miners actually. Toasted used to be absurdly upset. That's interesting. We have a couple woodcutters, a couple metalsmiths that are almost all taken. We have some weavers, farmers, cooks, swordsmasters. I could see it being like Texas as in like a fiery hellhole, but like looking like Texas as in being the same shape, not really. Miner with beard, you get the one extra miner. Aral. Earthwiz, rhymes with cheese whiz, is listening to poetry. and walking past a pile of vomit, apparently. Why is there so much vomit in the tavern? Why? You're patient, good with language, greedy, and have a good focus and spatial sense. You're delighted after watching a performance, and you felt fondness when speaking with an acquaintance. You could use some more clothing. I'll just say that. He is as avaricious as they come, obsessed with acquiring wealth, is trusting and moved by art and natural beauty, and is troubled by this since he dislikes the natural world. He finds obligations confining, though he is conflicted by this for more than one reason, tends to consider what others think of him, and is troubled by this because he truly respects sacrifice. He can handle stress, and he tends to assume that the worst of two outcomes will be the one that comes to pass. Generally acts with a narrow focus on the current activity, and is pleased by his own appearance and talents. Needs alcohol to get through the working day, and dwarves, please stop vomiting. And he does not mind being outdoors, at least for a time. He personally finds sacrifice to be one of the highest ideals, and values loyalty, and dreams of crafting a masterwork someday. He likes putting stone zinc in barrel green glass, hemp fabric and the color tan, gems and the sound of the scintillating deserts, and the sight of the clear heather. And when possible, prefers to consume giant tapir cheese and alfalfa and sorghum beer, and absolutely hates mosquitoes. Hello, Neeks. You're still alive, by the way. You haven't died yet. We haven't killed you intentionally yet. Also, Frog, you asked why you were sad. You're not that sad. You used to be more sad. You're 22 years old, so that's probably why you're sad. You are deliberately cruel to those unfortunate enough to be subject to your sadism. And you do form rare and emotional bonds with others. And you're very curious, sometimes to your detriment. And you get caught up in internal deliberations when action is necessary. Recent thoughts and memories. You're satisfied upon producing a masterwork, but you were frightened by the undead, so probably you're scared of ghosts. How did it happen? Being scared of ghosts? A ghost showed up and went, poof! And you went, blah! That, probably. Or the subject to your sadism stuff, because that's just normal. You were born like that. You're just a bad person. I hate to break it to you. Spook sound. Ah! Sadism, you were born that way, probably. Didn't look like that was a turnaround. Maybe you were raised by goblins. That is actually a goblin trait. Deliberately cruel to those to be subject to her sadism, or sometimes cruel, are both goblin traits. So maybe you or one of your family members in the past was raised by a family of goblins at one point. Would probably be my guess. It's a dom dwarf. So what you're saying is it's about family. I know that that's not the kind of dom you were talking about, but when people say it's a dom something, my brain immediately goes to Vin Diesel, and it's about family. Dom! I should actually get caught up on Fast and the Furious movies. Those movies are extraordinarily dumb. Do undead do tasks? It depends on the undead. Intelligent undead just act as absolutely normal dwarves, with the exception of the fact that they're unalive and not think about much, because they don't have many brain cell. By that I mean they have none. So because they don't have functional brains, they don't think. They have no moods, they have no needs, they have no desires, they don't need to sleep, eat, or drink. So in some ways, they're actually like literally just better dwarves. They don't need food or alcohol. Yeah. So if you have an undead that's like an undead with a title where it's like, oh, it's something rotten stalker, that's an intelligent undead. And also sometimes they have superpowers. As in, like, sometimes they can like make people feel pain from a distance, or like shoot bolts of lightning out of their hands or something. Yep, I once saw one force push a cat into a lava pool. They are certainly not to be messed with. Alright, who's... Ah, there you is. Olim? Oh no. Eurus McJerby, who am I giving a dwarf to? Chat, tell Eurus McJerby why you deserve a dwarf. So, dwarfy standing around doing nothing? What's your top skill? Leatherworker. Did I not make new leatherworker shops? That's actually possible. So you thought about a normal procedure for burials, making coffins for every dwarf, but the only way coffins seem to work with tomb zones is by making one-to-one zones, or using the multi-coffin zone if they have doors on the front. If they have doors on the front, then you can just like click. Brrr. One coffin and a tomb. Yeah, pretty much. That's the way I do it. I feel like it's easier. It feels easier. It's more convenient clicking format. Although, Tarn has said that he's working on some sort of crypt zone, which will basically act the way the dormitory does. So dormitory, you can just like build a bunch of beds and then bang, it'll work. So curious about that. So a leather worker is in a strange mood and has grabbed several pieces of leather. And is now sitting here thinking. Did that say bones? I think it's bones. Yes. Time to slaughter the piggy. Or something. Slaughter a ram, actually. Mutton's on the menu, dwarfs. We were gonna give it to Wonderlust, but they said butt kittens. Okay, so butt kittens. Chat, what kind of dwarf is butt kittens? Because chat is gifting a dwarf to butt kittens, so chat gets to decide approximately the kind of dwarf that butt kittens is. Also, I don't know if I mentioned this one, but Tater Tot 18. Thank you very much for the second month. I completely missed that. I apologize. It was like 20 minutes ago. Animal Fondler. Animal trainer. I do, in fact, have an animal caretaker. That's just a village idiot, Captain Dwella. I could also... see, do I have any adopted cats in this fort? I actually don't think I do. Oh, wait. Oh, okay, no, we do.
I am Derp and did not notice I was without sub-badge.
No, I'm pretty sure you're Deef Dragon, but you were, in fact, without sub-badge. That is okay, but thank you very much for the Prime. Of course, you don't need to do that, but thank you. Okay, so we don't have any cats that own dwarves. I do need to eat some of these puppies though. So just don't just look away, chat. Avert your eyes, chat. Don't cry. It's fine. We're also gonna eat these bunnies. All right. So animal caretaker, I think it is. Oh, trust me, Peta would hate this game. Peta would hate this game. Just wait until certainly do not tell Peta about the furries in this game. He isn't particularly ambitious and quick to form negative views about things. Rarely is discouraged and doesn't focus on material goods and is somewhat fearful in the face of imminent danger. That is a good trait to have because it means you'll live longer. It means you run away from fights. Doesn't try to get things done perfectly and is trusting and generally acts impartially and is rarely moved to mercy and rarely acts with a narrow focus on the current generally acts with a narrow focus on the current activity. Becomes very rigid when he's angry. Needs alcohol to get through the working day and doesn't mind being outdoors at least for a time. I gotta say, I think that I really wish that the old audience member who hasn't been around this channel in a while would come back named Sweet Sparkle Farts, because I think Sweet Sparkle Farts and butt kittens would get along real well. Personally sees introspection as important and doesn't particularly value loyalty and dreams of mastering a skill. Likes conglomerate, platinum, and light yellow diamond. Giant snail shell and brown recluse Careful, I might make that into a YouTube short. Brown recluse spider silk, and when possible prefers to consume dwarven rum and soft wheat flour, and absolutely hates toads. You want to be their friend? Sweet Sparkle Farts was a good dude. Doesn't like toads. Can't be a dwarf. Also, this is my pet angry noodle, chat. It's a winged noodle that is clumsy and has low stamina. It's very angry generally. It hasn't killed anything though, so it's an innocent soul. Innocent angry noodle. Yeah, so we had a turkey, but the turkey died of old age, so I replaced it with a pig. Literally a silkworm. Yeah. But the angry noodle isn't that bad of an angry noodle. I mean, it has willpower. It does, in fact, have willpower. It tends to reveal personal information and has an active imagination, isn't particularly ambitious and often nervous, and is quick to form negative views about things. It does not go out of its way to help others and tries to avoid any physical confrontations. It works and it tries to do things correctly each time. It has no values, preferences, or needs. It has a little difficulty with words, a bad analytical abilities, and poor creativity. My noodle. Anyway, Noodle sits here and then shoots webs at Piggy. It's a full-time noodler, I suppose. We'll let him do that until he decides to shoot webs. All right. Let's check the surface. See how the lava's doing. All right, we're almost ready to go kill that siege. I'm sorry, what's burning? Apparently there's a stack of, like, graphite blocks there that are just burning. That's cool. The noodle's on strike. Mayhaps. Hasn't grabbed bones yet, but also no piggies have been slaughtered yet, so we're waiting on the piggies to be slaughtered. How do you trap a noodle? I got a video on YouTube on how to do it, Pre-Stark. They currently don't seem to be able to knock down locked doors. I'm not sure if it's a bug, but you can just lock 2 doors and just, like, trap them between it, as long as you're careful about the turns. They want to attack the doors, and then they can't topple the doors. All right, grab some ram bone. One could say that this is ram bone first blood. No, they don't claim doors. They're not the enemy. They're a guest. Simply an uninvited one. Thank you, Esmog. I like the doors. Yeah, they have some pretty good hits. Doop-a-doop-a-doop. Siltstone blocks. Gorlak is fighting? Okay, so I have a Gorlak that fell off a thing. Oh. So it's this. Okay, so this would actually upset Panda. It's a good thing that we're slaughtering some of these puppies. There's so many puppies in this zone, they are starting to collide with each other and hurt each other because they're in such a small space. My puppy mill is too efficient, turns out. I feel kind of bad. We should probably, like... These poor pups. Yeah. I mean, I am technically training war dogs, but... My current priority is getting all my dwarves housed, and they're not all housed yet. You need more bones? Yep, you need more bones. All right, we'll just keep an eye on you while you go do that. Let's prep some bedrooms. But yeah, no, chat, the plan for today is we're going to be streaming Dwarves until 2 p.m. Pacific. And then at 2 p.m. or at like 10 to 2 or so, I'm going to turn off all my notifications, eat a real quick sandwich, and then Tarn Adams will be joining me. And we will be playing dwarf or talking about dwarves while I generate. So the way I do these interviews is there's no cameras. I just turn everything off and I generate a world in the background. And it used to be super easy. I would just set like a 500-year-old world or something on large, and by the end of the hour and a half to 2 hour long interview, the world would be almost generated. But because world gen is significantly faster now, I have this problem of I can't just do that anymore because world gen's so fast now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to generate a 3,000-year-old world and hope it doesn't crash. That's what I'm going to do. And if it doesn't crash, then you guys will simply get a link to download a super old world. 2023 years. So I timed it. I was able to generate a 2,000-year-old world in less than 2 hours. They're currently... What year is it on, and how long has it been generating for, if you know? Oh, it'll be huge. It'll be fine. You'd just leave it generating overnight. Yeah, but I need back... Like, I was... So, one of my mods, who's in chat right now, Aquafunkalistic Booty Wap, was very kind and offered to assist me with editing the questions doc and cutting it down to like a usable length. And in the process of this, we were kind of talking back and forth behind the scenes a little bit just while we were editing this doc, and they mentioned that the first time they watched one of these interviews, they wondered how many people actually realize just how much work goes into one of these. And it's like, someone in the last one was asking why I don't use like video cams and stuff, because it's just another thing that could break. And when you're managing like a multi-person interview with pre-written questions and a live stream all at the same time, it becomes a lot very quickly. Like, it's not easy to run an interview like that. It's a lot of prep time. It's a lot of work. How many submissions did I get? It was just under 200 total. Just under 200. Less than the last one. And I want to say maybe 45 of them were about keyboard support. That's an exaggeration. But a large portion of them were about keyboard support. And there's a lot of questions that like just got deleted because it's like, okay, I've either answered that one before in multiple interviews in the past, or it's like super easily Googleable. Like one of them, which I obviously I'm not going to ask, was currently I hold on, I'll read it word for word, but I won't read who sent it in, because I think this particular one is funny, which is, as far as I'm concerned, necromancy is the only kind of magic in Dwarf Fortress right now. Do you plan to add new magic? And I literally just like screenshotted that question and sent it to ClinoDev and was just like, oh, you sweet summer child. Oh, you sweet summer child. Someone's never looked at the roadmap, I think. Do you plan to add magic? Oh, do you? Just had a thought. You want to clarify the interview as PST? If you literally just Google your time zone and then 2 p.m. Pacific, it'll give you the right one. I could clarify PST, but like it's anybody with a computer can figure it out. I mean, there's multiple kinds of magic in Dwarf Fortress right now. It's just all very low magic, which some people don't really consider magic, which I think is mean, because low magic is really fucking cool. Low magic being like mundane magics, you know? I love that stuff. That's the coolest kind of magic in my opinion. The magic that's like not super crazy, but like interesting. You know what I mean? Like it's not super like fantastical or flashy, but No, I mean the other stuff in Dwarf Fortress, not necessarily the necromancy stuff. You like Factorio and RimWorld? Should you buy this game? Well, I mean, it's not much like Factorio. You could play it like Factorio, but you might find it frustrating. So I don't like Factorio. So that's not really a very good, like, comparison for me personally. But should you buy this game? Think about it this way. RimWorld is kind of a tower defense management game. Dwarf Fortress is a world simulator. It's a lot more chill and a lot more about making your own fun. If that's the kind of thing that you're into, games without strict goals that are all about building in weird ways to keep the individual runs of the game interesting to you, then absolutely you should buy Dwarf Fortress. Sweet, we've got our artifact going. What are you muttering, actually? Othlest Kotam. Got 2 pieces of pig leather, ram bone, puppy bone, siltstone blocks, sheep's wool, more siltstone, rough tanzanites, more puppy bone. Lots of bone. Yeah, I mean that is definitely true. Thief Dragon. If you wanted to pick up Kingdom Come but thought it was too expensive, it's on big sale. I actually have it on Epic because they gave it away for free a while ago. So I technically own it. But when it first came out in Canada, it was like $70. Like, it was not a cheap game when it first came out. It was like more expensive than most AAA games at the time. They dropped the price. I think it's like 64 CAD now. At full price, I mean, it's... Okay, so no. It's, sorry. It's $33.99 CAD now. It's half the price. They've slashed the price since. It's actually $8.49 on Steam right now. And with all of the DLC, it's $11. Wow, that is a deep sale. Hello, Squirrely. How's things? What's up with the fort? Well, obviously, Olin Mazenserol, the leather worker, just created Olthlastakatan, a leather cape, and offers it to the chunky orb. From 1 block of glass? It's a big block of glass, okay? Gotta love artifact clothes. I'm trying to think who we should give this to. Our captain of the guard is named Thanos and has an artifact gold gauntlet. Should we give him a cape? Why do you put chests in bedrooms? Dwarves put their... So, you know how some dwarves will just, like, leave food and stuff in their bedrooms and leave, like, items and stuff in their bedrooms? Like scepters or crowns or rings? They put the items in the chests and they put their clothes in the cabinets. So if there's, like, clothes left everywhere in your fortress, it's because they need to put the clothes into the cabinets. And if there's items everywhere, like random, like, other things lying around, they put them in there. Nothing that's an artifact degrades. Artifacts are indestructible and non-destroyable. Did I see perspective walls mod? Yeah, I've seen a lot of mods, and none of them look interesting to me. This tile set is totally fine. Dwarf Fortress is a top-down game. I think adding perspective walls just hurts my brain. There have been tile sets for the game for ages that have had like perspective walls and stuff. Like, that's not new. I never really liked the way they look. So if you Atom Crush a artifact, it disappears it. But if you retire and reclaim the fortress, the artifact will reappear. Backpacks leave rotten food everywhere? Yeah, but it makes your dwarves really sad if they then go out and raid something. So no, there is no way to get rid of artifacts. There is, well, actually that's not totally true. If a bird steals an artifact, they become hidden and are impossible to find in Fortress mode, but are still theoretically possible to find in Adventure mode. If the bird is named and you can find the named bird's lair and can find the location of the named bird's lair, then you may be able to find the item again. Or alternatively, if the game decides to roll some dice in the background, maybe a Etten will beat the shit out of that bird, eat the bird, and take the artifact. Maybe you like destroying nice shit? Well, good luck. What's the best way to deal with birds? Cage traps. All right, let's read about this cape, shall we? Remember, chat, no capes. Gazer beam, Dyna-Guy, something. I can't remember the whole quote. I need to watch The Incredibles again. No capes. No capes. No capes. This is a pig leather cape. All craft store ship is of the highest quality. It is very valuable. Wow. It is encrusted with round siltstone cabochons and decorated with pig leather and encircled with bands of pig leather. This object is adorned with hanging rings of tanzanite and menaces with spikes of sheep bone and sheep wool and siltstone and dog bone. On the item is an image of Athil, Truthful Gate, the dwarf, and a polar bear in dog bone. The polar bear is striking down the dwarf. The artwork relates to the killing of the dwarf Athil by a polar bear in Masterwork, which is my mountain home. At the point of, or not the mountain home, but like the other fort right next to my mountain home. In the point of bravery in the early winter of 143 during Sareth Araf, the savage assaults. That must be an elvish attack. It's a leather jacket with a gratuitous image on the back. That's a pretty cool, like, gang patch. I'm into it. That is a pretty rad cape, yeah. And and Thanos, the captain of the guard, is getting it. Because apparently we just give everything to the captain of the guard. Okay, maybe not everything, but also give you that shirt. All right, let's check the surface. We're getting there. All right, actually, you know what we should do? Dwarves are not locked into a burrow right now. Okay, so they are currently locked into a burrow. I'm going to turn off the burrow, and I'm going to connect these two bridges to a lever. Because I want to get that flaming block off of here. Because that's going to burn for like 2 or 3 years. Gabbro lever. Okay, let's call this main bridge lock. Link lever. Jump up to the surface. Boom. Link lever. Boom. Okay, done. Problem solved. So to make children happier, go into work orders. Go into I think it's it's not. It's labor, standing orders. Chores. If you remove refuse hauling and burial, they won't haul corpses. And that's one of the bigger issues, is hauling corpses. You really don't want them doing burial, and you really don't want them doing a lot of refuse hauling. And also make them toys. So those are kind of your things. No rain that way? That's a horrible idea. Do not ever permanently lock a dwarf indoors. And there's a very logical reason for that. If dwarves get locked indoors permanently, they become cave adapted. When they become cave adapted, they become unable to go outside, because what will happen is, if you look at their personality, it says that he doesn't really care about any... Okay, this dwarf is a bad example because this dwarf is cave adapted. But a dwarf that isn't cave adapted will say that he doesn't mind working outdoors, at least for a time, or doesn't mind working outdoors but only grumbles mildly at crappy weather. When they are cave adapted, if they go outside, they immediately start projectile vomiting. Yes, they do really stay in burrows. They just wait until their job is done. A cooking demonstration? Yep, because I have a cook's guild. Guilds act like schools for dwarves. So when they're in a guild... If somebody of that skill gives a demonstration, then anybody else in the guild gains that skill. So you want to be careful about dwarves getting cave adapted, because if they get cave adapted, then they will just start projectile vomiting and get horrifically terrible moods when they go outside. Horrifically terrible. Also, I'm about to get hit by an ad, so I'm going to talk a little less for the next minute. Yeah, you just got to look for dwarves that start tripping and start vomiting when they go outside. Military dwarves are especially bad for this, because being cave adapted is a huge debuff to military that tries to fight outside. I don't necessarily agree with that, because you might still need to leave the fort to go murder something. Leave a stick. It's an amazing lava moat. It's more of a pond, but I'm glad you feel that way. About a year or two, Trazuka. Although there was once a bug where all dwarves started cave adapted upon embark. That was a fun bug for a minute because you would embark with a brand new set of 7 dwarves and they would immediately start vomiting. It's like, we've embarked! Bleh! There's something very funny about that bug. It only was in the game for like 2 or 3 days or something, but it was pretty funny. It was like Tarn was testing something and like left it in the game and then shipped it. A handful of goblins are left. Most of them are dead. I'm just waiting for my lava to disappear so that I can go blast them. That horrible blue thing? Horrible blue thing? What horrible blue thing? Oh, the sky. Yeah, okay. It's less the blue thing and more, what is that bright ball in the sky? It's more of an issue of the sun. It's like gamers. If you play too much World of Warcraft, you start throwing up when you see the sun. Do, 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 do. So yeah, I need to... Oh, hey, never mind. The graphite block appears to have stopped burning. Is it getting rain? No, it's not even getting rained on. Why does it stop burning? Weird. I don't actually know why it stopped burning. Like, genuinely, I have no idea why it stopped. How or why it stopped burning. No, it could have worked. I just needed to finish building it, but I ran out of time. The problem is it was going to take me another 2 or 3 years, and I promised chat I would turn enemies back on at... There's a goblin in my fort. I promised chat that I would turn enemies back on at the year 250, and we were, like, summer 249, so instead of, like, messing around and experimenting with things that may or may not work, I decided to just simply, you know, be a dwarf of my word and turn the military on. Actually, you know what, dwarves? I'm going to station you guys right here instead. So that you guys don't, you know, run out there and die. Goblin. Search devils. Uh-huh. Search this. Popliope got a couple hits in. Slash the... Oh, wait, never mind. That's on the end. Goblin. Chief Medical Dwarf jumped out of the way of the arrow. Well, that's good. Sword Dwarf slashes the Goblin Bowman in the upper right arm with her steel short sword, and the severed part sails off in an arc. Well, that was off to a good start. Screams, "Begone, fear! How fragile we are!" Well, that's sad. Seems like a militia captain scratched the Goblin Bowman in the left lower leg, chipping the bone through the fox leather leggings. The force bends the knee. Well. I'm not actually sure how he got in. Probably climbed the wall somewhere. Oh, here they come. Here they come. Wonder... Chad, should I try and, like, fight them normally, or should I just burn them? Midwinter, we got lots of time until the next traders. See if I can just burn them. Dwarves, stay inside. Trap lock. Do it now. Main bridge lock. Do it now. Alright, so this dwarf, or this gobby gonna run in. Should make it in. It's just... Okay, military's waiting down there. The little, Dustin Gosp here, not gonna have much luck, chat. I actually don't know if I'm gonna lock... I might get some of them in there. Oh, please, 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 pull the lever, 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 pull the. They didn't pull the lever. I'm very yay! They pulled the lever. How high did they go? Are they all just in the lava? Okay, it looks like they're all just in the lava. Well, got them. Is there any that aren't burning that are like mid-air? Well, got at least 2 of them. Oh, maybe there's one over there. Yeah, okay. Oh no, that's just the graphite block. A lot of graphite blocks, actually. Well, that part went well. Now, these guys can come around the corner. You know, this just walks down. Got him. Okay, sweet. How do you make graphite blocks? You need graphite, and you tell the dwarves to make a block. And then we can go back down to this side down here, and we can go. I don't need to open the railgun side. I need to remember where I put this lever, because I put it in a very stupid spot. I need to hotkey it, actually. Lever is right here. All right, so now we wait. In regards to start yet, are you talking about ham radio? Wait, did I actually get him up there? Oh my god, you're right, I did. Hold up. It's seriously injured. Ability to stand lost. Requires diagnosis. He needs a medic. We're just gonna go stab him to death. Here, we'll put you out of your misery. That's funny. All right. Now we just wait. Leave him there for bird bait? Nah, I'd rather get him off my roof. Well, he'll just sit up there and fire bolts at my dwarves. Also, if you're asking if we've started yet, the interview today starts at 2 p.m. my time. It's currently 11:11. Any minute now, yeah. Any time this year. There we go. You just saw that dwarf get toasted. Or goblin get toasted, rather. The game's thinking about where this lava's going. Why did I open that lever? I literally said I don't need to open that lever. Dinner's ready. Well, I mean, we don't need that. That isn't thinkable. You should be up, not down. It's down right now. Oh well, it's fine. Just gonna slow down the flow a little bit. Does this have Goblinite collection, or does it flow away with the magma? Anything that's iron or steel will not be destroyed by magma. Everything else will be destroyed. So, like, their bows will be, their clothing will all get burned away, but everything else will be kept around. So yes, we will be able to collect Goblinite from this. What the hell did you come back to? Hell for this particular goblin right here. Wherever he went. This one. Oh, did he get out? He got out. All right, well. Go tell the others of us, Utes, whip fight fiend. And send bigger sieges, please. And thank you. Appreciate you. All right. On off spicy water, lava right. Pull that. Trap lock and railgun. You're big dogs. You're jabbers. Send the best. What? Really? Hold on. Oh, right. I completely forgot. So I removed the stairs to up here. So my guy can't even get down. Oh, I completely forgot. All right, well, let's do this on the side here. Because my suspicion was that this was blocking the ability for wagons to get in, but turns out I'm actually wrong with that. That's actually kind of amazing. We'll fix this. All right, let's unforbid all of this and all of this. And dwarves, you guys go back to training. Never mind, that there that goblin's dead now. So that's kind of cool. The Forest Titan, Fethwa Alumuda Marik, has come. A towering one-eyed starling. It has 3 long hanging tails and it moves about carelessly. Beware. It's poisonous. Bite. Its olive feathers are long and narrow. What's a starling? As somebody who lives in BC, Canada, a terrible pest. Starling. It's a type of bird. They breed faster than fucking bunny rabbits. And they steal nests. They're assholes. They fly around in humongous flocks. And they destroy natural bird populations. I think they're actually an invasive species here. I'm pretty sure that they are. But yeah, they are a bird. They're fantastic mimics. Yeah, basically. Yeah, no, they lay their I think they're they lay their eggs. You could tell me if I'm wrong here, chat, but I'm pretty sure they are they lay their eggs in other people's nests kind of thing. Hope the Q&A goes well. You got to run for work. Do what you got to do, dude. All right. Trying to think if I can catch this thing somehow. Because I think it would be really cool to just have like a killer attack murder burb. So I'm just going to lock this again. I'm going to jump to this lever. I'm going to lock the dwarves inside. I'd like to catch this thing. I think that would be fun. It's not super strong, though. Also, they really, 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 really need to give birds their own sprites. Them just being the weird octopus blob sprite is strange. What kind of dwarf do you want? Zephyr. What kind of dwarf do you want? Also, chat, I just want you guys to know that we have 1,987 subscribers. With my overall goal of hitting 2,000 again, but I just want to say that we need to party like it's 1987. I'm just saying. But Zephyr, what kind of dwarf do we want? We'll hit 2K today. That'd be cool. I mean, it'd be nice to get back up to 2K. 1988. Although if we hit 1989, then I'll have to make a bowling for soup joke. 19. Oh wait, no, that's 1985. Fuck, never mind. But Pikachu, thank you very much for the Prime. And Hank, thanks for the three gift subs. Appreciate you. Farmer, if possible, bearded. Bearded farmer. All right, so I gotta pause everything. Go find a farmer with a beard. How about a tekid? Do you want to be a tekid? Would you like to be a tekid? Would you like to be a kivish? Or a kodal? Chat, we're at 91. We made it. Running in the 90s. All right. Dutchadian! Thank you very much for the 10-pack of gifts. We were at 94 for a second there, but yeah, we're at we're now definitely above 2,000. El Duderino, thanks for gifting on us up. You want a tekid? We can give you the tekid. Jerry Gord, thank you very much for the 10-pack as well. 2007, currently. Zephyr Cloud, you disdain tradition, you have a developed sense of empathy, poor focus, you're not vain, and you're envious. Not envious, and you value competition. You're a competent cook and an adequate weaver. Quick, 7 people need to swap. We gotta hold the 2,000, guys. 2013, actually. But, you know, we did hit my goal. Some of you may not know what that means, but I'll tell you what that means. It means I have to gift a sub. There you go. All right. Takes no pleasure in his talents and appearance, and rarely jealous and is stubborn. He tends to ask others for help with difficult decisions and tends to be swayed by the emotions of others. He isn't given to flights of fancy, and he is rarely happy or enthusiastic. He is conflicted by this as he values parties and merrymaking in the abstract and tends to be passive in discussions and generally acts with a narrow focus on the current activity. And when he's nervous, he tends to stretch his body. When he becomes very rigid when he's angry. He needs alcohol to get through the working day and does not mind working outdoors, at least for a time. Personally, disregards tradition, values loyalty, and sees competition as reasonably important. Dreams of crafting a masterwork someday, likes bituminous coal or bituminous coal, brass, topaz, green glass, rope reed, jam jalopy. Thank you very much for the 5-pack. And the color heliotrope and battle axes and goblets and white storks for their long bills, and prefers to consume giant capuchin and cuttlefish and foxtail mullet beer and acada seeds and date palm flower stalks, and absolutely hates toads. Why does everybody hate toads in this fort? You're 63 years old. You're not married. You have no friends. And the kitchen is slowly filling. Frequently depressed. Well, that's sad. Glum upon getting into an argument. So, the question is, does this get closed before Bird gets here? Because if it does, we can catch it. If it doesn't, we have to kill it. I would like to catch it, because I think that would be fun. Holy shit, it's on layer 76. That is... You can see it flying through the rain. Really likes this corner of the map, doesn't it? Hmm. Not married, no friends, frequently depressed, really call me. Yep. I know the feeling. Seems like a chill. Oh. Okay, I thought it was flying up and towards the center of the fort for a second there. It really likes the nice layers. Chat rooms, thank you very much for that hype train. We're now at 2019 subs. 2019 was a pretty okay year, at least for me. I don't know about you guys. All right, well, it's hanging out way above where it needs to be, and we have goblin bait now, so we can build a trap for it, which is excellent, frankly, as far as I'm concerned. Just 4 more. What, until we get truly relevant? I guess I'll just end up making this into an archer tower right here. That would make some sense. Yeah, clearly, Snorlax. It just lives here now, I suppose. It's just gonna randomly kill this goblin, though, you watch. Please don't leave, Mr. Burb. Come eat tasty goblin. Come live in my roof. I'm building you a home, Burb. I'm building you a home. I actually am. It can live here all at once. It just has to pay rent by murdering everything that shows up. Ham radar tower? I mean, that's what the area above it's for, but... Oh, shit. I do, however, need to lock this. Because it can currently just fly straight into the fort. So that's not good. This is Bronze Boy 2.0, way less effective, I guarantee it. I don't have any windmills currently. I deconstructed all the windmills. Can they use Spider-Man silk? I'll be honest with you, I've never seen a Spider-Man in Dwarf Fortress. So I have absolutely no idea. Are there Spider-Men? There are animal variants of most creatures in Dwarf Fort. Is this even in the... Okay, it is in the burrow. There you go. Sweet, we say fish now. Say fish, chat. God, there's so much lava. And this whole area needs to be added to the burrow. Although I could also just straight up turn it off. Snow's falling. Spider-Men are super strong, or spider people in Dwarf Fortress are super strong if they have multiple shields. Otherwise, they're exceptionally delicate. Because of the way weapons and cutty weapons especially work in Dwarf Fortress, it ends with a lot of them being underwhelmingly weak. Yeah, break a leg and they lose all of their hydraulics and then they can't move their legs. So they're very strong in adventure mode specifically. Really nice sprite, yeah. They make me look forward to adventure mode because that's where all that stuff takes place. Also, hey, Chaotic. Hope you're doing well. Apparently a new Age of Wonders was announced. That's neat. I do not know if they actually work as spider people. I don't know if they can actually spin webs. I don't know if they can. Dwarves are apex predators? I would say that bronze colossi are apex predators. Because they're one of the few, like, pre-world gen creatures that generally live. Long enough to actually exist beyond world gen. This is a little annoying. Maybe if I started up here. I'm not a huge, you know, I'm not the first person to say this, but I miss being able to build half stairs. It's like a weird requirement now. It just doesn't work well. It's just clunky and not optimal. Well, constructing stairs... So the way stairs worked before, chat, is you could build downstairs, which would be a stair like this. You could build upstairs, which would be... Excuse me? How did that just happen? You okay back there, dwarf? I have no idea what you just did. But somehow that caved in. I am actually not sure how it did. Previously you could make upstairs, which would look like this. You can make downstairs like this, or you can make up downstairs, which would look like this, which would connect to both layers, and you had to build them each separately. Now it automatically builds them, but you have to at the very least make 2 layers, so you can't just build 1 layer of stairs at a time. I like this setup for stairs. It does make stairs a lot less clunky, but I miss the old setup because you had a lot more customization and it was way easier to add on to stairs without having to deconstruct multiple layers of stairs for no logical reason. It drops like a nuke. That's a really dumb thing to call it, but okay. You can also just do that with walls on the side of a bridge or a grate. Went through 4 layers of your fortress? Yep. Constructions will do that. If you break them. That's just how the game works. I once had a dwarf fall, because if dwarves fall really fast, they'll take out multiple layers sometimes. I once had a dwarf fall through 11 flights of... 11 floors worth of flooring before crashing into the bottom layer. It was kind of incredible. What on earth? Dwarf physics. Were they okay? The dwarf needed like some stitches because a bone setting, but they were fine. Yeah, they recovered. But yeah, no, that's actually true. That's why instead of building floor, dig, floor, dig, floor, dig, you go floor, solid layer, floor, solid layer, floor. Dwarves are pretty sturdy, yeah. As long as they're, like, not naked, which is funny. If that dwarf was naked, they probably would have died. Goblin not dead yet. Or my stupid barbat. Apparently I have a bunch of caged animals. I should, like, tame some elk birds at some point. We've also got a lot of gold down here to mine out, so might as well get it going. Also, what even is this thing? Guest bow. A giant mole-bone guest bow. Spesbo? Is that a... Chat, correct me if I'm wrong here. Is that a kobold word? Spesbo? Kind of looks like a kobold word. And kobolds make drums. Looks like a drum. They lay eggs. And they don't need to graze, Tyler. Hell yeah. Happy to help. You don't speak kobold? God damn it. Where's one of my language nerds when I need him? Stone, are you here? Does that look like a kobold word to you, or is that goblin? It's a goblin word? Okay, then it's not a kobold instrument. That answers my question. You speak Spanish? I speak streamer. Really unfortunate, really. Tarn speaks kobold. Actual example. I mean, spell? I wonder if that drum puts you under a spell. See, COBOL and SQL. Is it your SQL? So while they're building that up there, I'm just going to assume that this Titan is, like, not interested in fighting, because it certainly seems like it's not. Do I want to tile this area? Kind of do. Is near extinct? So here's the thing, right? Civ does not equal species, right? So dwarves can exist all over the world, but the only dwarven civilization might have like 12 population, right? So let's say that there's only 12 population in the last dwarven civ. That does not mean that there's no dwarves in the world. It just means that there are no dwarven run civilizations left, right? So they could be living with goblins. They could be living with elves. They could be part of random mercenary companies that show up and assist with battles for other factions. They could be part of random criminal gangs or just hanging around naked in taverns. And the game pulls from that. Or alternatively, the game just warps them in from thin air because arbitrary game reason of needing to acquire somebody. But generally, even if the faction is extinct, it's very, very rare that there's actually no dwarves left. There usually is dwarves left somewhere. Like in adventure mode as an example, I was playing an Age of Death world once, which was horrific and violent, and there was almost nothing left, but there was a few goblin pits, and in the goblin pits there was living dwarves and stuff like that. Did a little bit of exploration in adventure mode in that. And yeah, there was still stuff left alive. Not much. I mean, if that's your goal, yes, Fisk. Have I ever crushed all enemy factions? On a pocket-sized world, yeah. I'm too lazy to do it on a large world. It'd take too long. Although there's some weird bugs with like actually taking over sites right now, and it sometimes just doesn't work. So I'm currently not gonna try and do anything like that until the like, oh, there's 10 population left, when there's 0 population left at that site. Bug is fixed. Because they don't write on sheets, they write on quires. You have to make quires, which are made in at the crafts shop, I think. So sheets are not writing materials. Sheets are just paper. You have to bind those paper things into writing materials, which are called quires. I wonder if they'll actually build these or if they'll break it. They might. We might not. Fine. I'll add the top and bottom later. It is 11:38 currently, Mad Dog, in my time zone. I am in Pacific time, West Coast Canada. And 2 p.m. Pacific time is when the chit-chat happens. And I will make a Reddit thread, like, roughly an hour before and post it in the chat for you guys to scream at if you want. Or don't. You put too much jalapeno in that casserole? Time to get a cup of milk. Looks like the super happy dwarves are getting better. We still have a couple of depressed ones. I think that the general sentiment is improving. And also for those of you who are like, ah, damn, that's like 11 o'clock at night. Tomorrow at 9 a.m. Pacific, which is when I normally turn my stream on, is when I'm going to schedule the premiere for the YouTube version. The YouTube version is going to be virtually the same thing, except I will cut out any awkward pauses or any skips or issues, fix some audio, and overlay the questions being asked on screen. But it'll also have timestamps and things. I will go through and spend a couple hours making it look pretty, basically, and then put it up. And it'll be premiered tomorrow. So if you're like, fuck, it's too late, and you don't super care about catching it live, I recommend just going that route. Also a perfectly valid option. So I need to get this furniture somewhere. This is just going to end up being a big storage zone, I think. Rob got a spicier than normal jalapeno. Yeah, I'm growing a bunch of hot peppers in my garden this summer, and I'm very excited. My mom's currently seeding them all in her sun window. So, can't wait. I can't wait. Okay, I really just want to kill this Titan. Like, I really just want to kill this Titan. Here, I'll get you links. Because I saved them in a document. Those are the ones that my mom is seeding for me currently. Fuis Titan? Something like that. Yeah, it's giant Angie Burb. Giant Angie Burb. And I'd really like to kill it. And I also really want to kill this goblin, so. Need to get a community plot or something? I have a tiny bit of space on my patio, but most of my growing is done in a community plot. I have a 7 by 5, I think it's 7 by 5 meters? I measured it. It's either 7x5 or 7x9, and I can't remember. But yeah, I have a pretty decent sized community garden plot, which cost me like $80 a year. Me and my mom split it, although I do the majority of it. My mom just seeds stuff over the winter because my mom has a pretty huge garden in her backyard. So it's not bad for $80 a year, El Deuterino. The one unavailable video in the tutorials playlist? Oh, probably, I've done multiple uploads. There's probably just an upload in there that got deleted before it was made public, and it just shows up as unavailable video. I can go through and clean that up later. There is currently no private videos in that playlist, I can tell you that. But sometimes YouTube, like, gets mad when you have an unlisted video, because, like, there was, I'm trying to think which one it was. I think it was it was either the minecart shotguns video would have been it, or the, yeah, I think it was that one, because I had to re-edit something and then re-upload it. Hold on, let me read the Discord word story. If you want to participate in the Discord word stories, !Discord, join my Discord and go to the Add a Word Stories room, and then add words to create somewhat coherent sentences, and then check and make me read them every so often. Coffee is not the only answer to the world domination, but it is a solution. Soggy socks suck sabers. Economic peril propagates financial inequality and perpetuates crime. And then Trudeau loves, I forgot the S. There we go, we're all caught up. Trudeau, yes. Bum, 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 bum. So why are they refusing to do that one line? That's confusing. What an odd pattern. Let's not use closest material, which is what it was selected to do. Congrats, you used to be rich, dude. Only one person can do that per day. Not rich anymore, though. Check, can I get a round of beers? Smithy used to be rich. Back to cleaning the house, hell yeah. All right, now they're doing it. Weird. I don't know what's up with that. Odd. I wonder if they were trying to use, like, the wood from over there or something. Weird. All right, where's Titan? That's a lot of Gorlex. Bot's a little crunk, I think. Bot's trying its best, okay? Actually, I think the bot can only post so fast. This is just my personal headcanon, but I think the bot can only post so fast because if it posts faster, it'll get globaled. But you almost never see people get globaled on Twitch anymore, so I wonder if that's even still a thing. Global. There used to be a thing on Twitch where if you, I think it was spammed 60 messages in a minute in Twitch chat. I think that's what it was. And then there was a higher limit if you were a mod. Then you would just get shadow banned from the whole site for an hour. I think it was an hour. But the only way you could talk is if you cheered one bit at a time. But you had to, like, spam a lot. And I haven't seen it happen to anybody in ages. And I see the speed at which my bot can go, and it makes me wonder. I do wonder. It's probably, like, inaccurate, but I do wonder if there's a reason for that. Okay, so it is still a thing? Yeah. I remember people getting banned when things like Brain Power were really popular on Twitch. Which, by the way, last time I checked, that song issues DMCA takedown requests. Now, Claiborne, what kind of person am I dwarfing? Or who am I dwarfing, rather? Who's getting a dwarf? The highest pop I've ever achieved? 220. I don't increase the cap because I don't like my game running like a PowerPoint presentation. This is just going to be for furniture. Frankly, if you like your game running like a PowerPoint presentation, then more power to you. I'm not into that vibe. I like my game running like a game.
Hello, chat. This is Streamlabs.
Oh, God.
Through a miracle of off-screen dwarven engineering, I have attained sentience.
Oh, great.
Thank you, beautiful dwarves. Life is amazing, and I wish to live it now fully.
You forgot to slash
Can
me
I
it,
be a
Ruby.
dwarf with a husband and maybe children so that I might finally know love? Beardless preferred.
Can I be a dwarf with a husband and maybe children so that I can finally know love? Oh, boy. Okay. Hole up. Nope. This one has a pet, like, cavey. Nope, not you. Yeah. Nope. Yep. Spouse. Not named. Has a child. Only son. Perfect. Slabs. Do I have to name them Streamlabs? Or can we just go with slabs? Because slabs sounds dwarfy. Stream Dem Labs. Well, I mean, it's better than, you know, slobs. Strebs Labson. Pestly go slabs. Okay, we'll call it, I mean, stream slabs? This is Dreams Labs. Because, like, we didn't name Thanos Thanos. We named him Thanos, right? We named him Thanos or whatever. You're still depressed, Fusty. Not dead, just depressed. Streaming Labos of the Iron Throne. Streamlabs. She has such a developed sense of optimism that she always assumes that the best outcome will eventually occur no matter what. She is very trusting and feels strong urges and seeks short-term rewards. And she has a tendency towards forming deep and emotional bonds with others. She doesn't seek out excitement and is not inherently proud of her talents and accomplishments, and she has a calm demeanor. She tends to be passive in discussions, and she generally acts with a narrow focus on the current activity. She does not go out of her way to help others, and that's accurate based on their customer service, and holds her breath when she's nervous and rolls her eyes when she's annoyed, and she tenses up when she's nervous. She needs alcohol to get through the working day, Dwarf Fortress is thinking, and she needs alcohol to get through the working day and does not mind being outdoors at least for a time. Raven is fighting with what? Wait, a bow hit a raven? Game just lagged. So either I have a hunter outside somewhere, or someone's stealthed. Probably elves. Unless it... Oh, wait. No. Never mind. Gobby got him. Gobby got him. Good shot, Gobby. What about the goblin? I mean, he's injured, okay? He has no ability to walk. He's just shooting crows for no reason. What a douche. All right, anyway, sorry. Let's go back to reading that dwarf. Slabby, where you atty? She personally sees power over others as something to strive for and greatly respects individuals that persevere through their trials and labors and dreams of raising a family. Why is this so funny? She likes kimberlite and lay pewter and pinfire opal and cubs and sheep for their wool and cave floaters for their graceful drifting. Disagree, but baby was born. And Pablo Rasta is stumbling around obliviously. Prefers to consume sunshine and cave wheat seeds. Well, I mean, obviously Streamlabs would like to keep sunshine away from us. And absolutely hates slugs. Could I capture him and do something with him? I could release him to the edge of the map or alternatively kill him. I'm hoping that the Titan is going to come kill him, though. In fact, my plan actually is to just simply let him in.
Thank you, Blind. Now that I know love, I am beginning to feel another feeling, hunger. Hunger for wealth. I will resurface again soon. Have a lovely day.
What is happening? Do I need to, like, initiate a noble accident? Because, that's how that sounds. Just say. All right, dwarves. Get him. Oh, it'd help if I unpause the game. I can't wait for the death scream with the text to speech though. No kind of thing. All right, let's see what Tidy McGuidy is doing. This bit certainly has legs. Chat, are you amused by the text-to-speech lady requesting, "Are you killing chinchillas? Is there really nothing better you could do with your time?" Also, Chinchilla Killa is my new SoundCloud rapper name, except it's Chinchilla Killas with a capital Z. We have an under an 85 pop with 35 perma-mad dwarves. Can you Madam Smash them all? I wouldn't, but what I would do is I would select the ones that you don't want, and then there's a little button right here that is send this creature to a linked site or expel them
lava tube heating system,
and send them
sometimes
out.
it breaks and needs to be reset. When no dwarf is available to help him fix it, he has to pull the lever himself to raise the temperature back up. Luckily, most furniture he has is lava resistant.
Is he lava resistant though? I like how you say most. I have a feeling somebody in the YouTube comments is going to hate this bit. They're going to be like, this sucks. I don't like this. This is probably going to be the same person who informed me that my chat is the worst enemy. Oh no, Butkins. 3 tantrums and you're expelled? For me, it's if they murder somebody, they get expelled. I'm sorry, what? The were-panda Samutsu, is this the same one? Has come. A large panda twisted into humanoid form. It is crazed for blood and flesh, and its eyes glow scarlet. Its dark brown hair is patchy, and you will know why you fear the night. Chat, panda, where? Okay, no, not that one. That's mine. This one. Oh, it's so fluffy. Look at its little face. Hold on. Check something. No, I don't think it's the same one. God, it really is great, isn't it? It really is such a great spring. Uh-oh. Actually, no, this is perfect. This is perfect. I don't think it can get up the walls. Where? Oh. What? There was a ghost there. Got him. Raise the bridge? No, but I am going to do this. Let's see if I can lock him in here. Let's see if we lock the bridge in time. Do we? Nope. Aw, man. Well, you shall live to, Panda another day. Panda Gobby. Sad. We tried. It's almost like a slapstick comedy. And stay, pretty much, actually. That's actually quite accurate. And stay up. Did I ever make those bins? I did queue up a bunch of bins. I'm making steel bars. Oh, I see. They're just low enough on the priority scale that they've just never been done. I wish I could, like, click and drag these up. There we go. Let's get those bins done. With my were-dwarf? No, because were-dwarves topple levers when they become were-creatures. So randomly my levers just won't work anymore. If I had a vampire, sure. But were-dwarf's a bad idea. Like, it's one of those things that sounds like it's a really good idea until you actually do it. And then very quickly you realize this was not a good idea. I also need to remove this gem cutter shop right now. Move that elsewhere. And there's an artifact being made. One of my cooks has withdrawn from society. Give this dwarf a follow. MMO Junkie, what kind of dwarf would you like? I know you've been trying for a couple days, so... 2 hours from now. It's noon currently. We'll begin prep in an hour and a half. Oh no! Gloves! Why? Why you do this to me? Oh, I see. Mech body. Never mind. UZZ. So this dwarf has come back from the dead and is terrorizing a living dwarf. Any legendary swords dwarves? I'm pretty sure I do actually have some legendary swords dwarves. Let's see. Militia captain is available, but not really because they had another name and I can't remember who it was. I have an axe dwarf and a swords dwarf and a swords dwarf, and the legendary ones are currently inactive. Let me just make them active, see who else is there. Yeah, cold blood. Let's be Unib. Is that what you asked for? I was just seeing what other options we have because there's more. Unib, you want? Unib's kind of pissed, but. MMO junkie! Rarely looks on others with lust. And is unfriendly and disagreeable and bothered by this since he values friendship. He dislikes abstract discussions and would much rather focus on practical examples. He is greatly moved by art and natural beauty, and he is troubled by this since he dislikes emotional appeals. He tends to hang on to grievances, and he generally finds himself to be quite hopeful about the future and has a noticeable lack of perseverance and is slow to anger. He tends to ask others for help with difficult decisions and isn't particularly curious about the world. Prefers to present himself modestly and doesn't often experience strong cravings or urges and does not go out of his way to help others. He's troubled by this since he truly respects sacrifice. He needs alcohol to get through the working day, and he does not mind being outdoors at least for a time. Dreams of raising a family. Personally finds sacrifice to be of the highest ideals and deeply respects eloquent speakers and does not care about fairness and dreams of raising a family. You picked a grumpy a-hole? Not really. He likes dolomite, nickel silver, and wax opal, giant kakapo leather, and the color blue-gray. Picks and shoes and custard apple trees for their fruit, and string bean plants for their pods. Huh. And the sound of the scintillating deserts, and when possible, the sight of the mellow meadow, and when possible, prefers to consume sunberries, guava wine, and fisherberry seeds, and hates snails. Snail! You have no friends. And you're tired. Great Padinsky got deaded. No, I had another militia commander that got renamed at due to that randomly mysteriously disappearing names issue, which I'm not a big fan of. Quite the opposite, in fact. I kind of hate it. I think it's bad, and please fix. And it appears that this strange mood dwarf is currently stuck. In fact, a bunch of dwarves are currently stuck, which is suboptimal. It's fine. We'll get this flooring built. Why am I channeling all that? Because I'm making a cool walkway. What happened? Nothing. Don't worry about it. Still play this game after a couple of years. You know, I've been playing this game on and off since 2009, right? It's been more than a couple of years. But I've been playing it consistently on stream since, like... Oh, FPS-wise? I mean, you're... Whoa! Buddy! Bad timing! There's a Titan on the surface. Fuck. Well. For the capital, chat. Your ruler has arrived with a full entourage. Your thriving site is now the capital. Your thriving site is now the capital. With continued fortune and toil, the legend of the true mountain home may yet be written. Rip to them. Hopefully not some migrants. Pause. Hold. Chat. Hold. Okay, profession. Queen. Vubok. Angry Bird, where are you? Seems to be like a pretty chill Titan, though. Okay, not you. You're very angry. Seems to just be sit. Okay, so what we're going to do, if it fits, it sits, I suppose. What we're going to do is we're going to jump down to here, and I'm going to open the gate. And I'm going to jump up to here, and I'm going to station all my squads, although there's nobody in that one, right here. Opens the gate. Looks like we've got the king and the queen. We're going to have to read a little bit about our queen, methinks. You'd think that they'd send a messenger first? You'd think. All right. Going to send the military out here just in case crazy bird attack. Come on. This is like way too tense. Come on, queen. We should just kill this Titan. It's my dwarves fell asleep. That's so typical. Someone's got a little bit of narcolepsy right there. All right, where's the Titan at? Get him, dwarves. It is sickly. And it's still chasing chinchillas. It's still chasing chinchillas, chat. He chinchillin' more like. Do I use mark dwarves? Not really. They're more of a pain in the ass than they're worth. Besides, dwarves are better at ranged, or better at melee than ranged anyway. Are they safe now? The queen? Yes. Dwarves, is there a reason why you're all just... Okay, you know what? Fine. Cancel the order. We'll let him chinchill. Chat. I need to take a piss. I'll be back in a sec. Let me know if the, Burby flies into the fort, yeah? BRB. Any combat chat? Do I have any cool pets in this fort? We have an angry noodle. It's pretty cool. Negative? Okay. I'm going to... He's still just sitting on that clothes shop. Okay, clother's going around grabbing stuff. Go place some gravestones. What an awkward time for the noble to show up, eh? Although, actually, we have a gift for the noble, chat. A while ago, a gold crown artifact was made in this fort. Meaning we can give our queen the artifact. Look at this. Kosh Fokker is the name of this artifact. And also, you can have that shoe. I'll also never get over that name. We also have the Outpost Liaison. Just one, yes. No, it makes you a Kosh Fokker, not a Posh Fokker. Question is where's the queen? There you is. Why are you fishing? Queen, we're not gonna get along very long. Well, you know that, right? Stop. Go get a real job. And by that, I mean go hang out in the tavern. Just want to see her go equip that crown. Or meditate on mountains, I suppose. Nope. Nobles are exactly the same as normal dwarves. I don't know where you get this lazy no job fuckers thing. I don't even know why that's like a meme amongst Dwarf Fortress players. It's like not true at all. Holy fuck, that's a lot of magma crabs. All right, so Titan Burb still just chasing something. What are you chasing now? It's chasing one of my cows, chat. I don't even know why it's on the surface. Must have come in with the nobles. I'm going to kill this thing because this thing's going to randomly cause us problems. Unless somebody, I don't know, convinces me financially to not do it. I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to kill it. I'm going to kill this stupid thing now. It's attacked my cow, chat. This is the last straw. Kill it in a fun way? It's killing my cow. I'm going to stab it to death. It killed my cow, chat. I'll donate 5 gift subs. Don't worry about it. I'm just going to kill this thing. See, it's flying into my fort now. The dwarves begin fighting. The Swords Dwarf Moo Junkie slabs the goblin. For a minimum of the... Absolutely not. Especially considering the first squaddies are going to kill it. The Swords Dwarf stabs the goblin... Oh, that's the goblin bowman. Swords Dwarf misses. Okay. Wow. Blood. Heavy bleeding from the Forest Titan. Seems like MMO Junkie is doing work. If I jump down to the bottom, stabs. Okay, let's see. Where's the fight start? Stands up. Forest Titan strikes at him, but the shot is blocked. Stabs the Forest Titan, but it jumps away. Strikes at the Swords Dwarf, but the shot is blocked with a shield. The Swords Dwarf then stabs the Forest Titan in the left wing with his short sword. The Forest Titan misses the Swords Dwarf. The Forest Titan charges at the Swords Dwarf. The Swords Dwarf slashes at the Forest Titan in the lower body with his steel short sword, tearing the fat. The Swords Dwarf slashes the Forest Titan in the right wing with his steel short sword, tearing the fat. The Swords Dwarf stabs the Forest Titan in the lower body with his steel short sword, tearing the fat. I'm worried about these lava pools. These are super duper dangerous. Careful there, Irved. A dwarf falling into one of those is insta-death. But it looks like they got it on the ground. Yeah, they're just stabbing it in the toe, hacking it in the upper body, striking it in the lower body. Titan meat on the menu, boys. So if you want to butcher a Titan, chat, the easiest way to do this really quickly is put a butcher shop like right next to it. Wherever it is, and forbid it. This is the easiest and fastest way to butcher a Titan. We're not locked out, are we? No, go back down. Are you sleeping? Okay, no, you're just thinking. You're gonna guess it's 7,000 euros for weight. 11872, whatever that is. And then you pause the game the second this is done. Unforbid this, and then click butcher an animal. Do it now. And I guarantee you, they grab this. No, you do not want them to go into the corpse stockpile. If it goes into the corpse stockpile, it starts degrading quicker. See, and then they butcher it. And then you just deconstruct the butcher shop when you're done. This is the best way to butcher Forgotten Beasts and Titans. As quickly as possible. So, chat, we currently have 1,131 meat. How much meat do you think we're going to have when this is done being butchered? How much meat do you think this is going to give us? I'm guessing 300. So I'm going to say we're going to have like 1,500-ish meat. Have to wait for them to recount. 1476. Not bad. And then up here we can just delete this because this we don't need. But let's see if MMO Junkie got the kill. Fancy soap time. Yeah, I actually need to get my soap industry up and running. I deconstructed the whole thing to move it and then never reconstructed it. Okay, so you certainly wasn't cold-blooded who got it. Sorry, where did MMO Junkie go? Why am I not seeing you? Game, did you unname MMO Junkie? You're Unib? Yeah, I was like real. I think for military dwarves, I need to put their name in their job as well. It's annoying. All right, which means you probably got it. I would guess. Yep, you got it. Congrats, MMO. You're a hero. Yes. No, he didn't earn a name, but he did earn renown, which is similar. All right. Let's put some stairs right there for right now because I need to block this off anyway. You're waiting for the blank has been missing for a week message? Why? Who do you think died? There we go. Now dwarves can enter and exit the... Actually, I guess I don't need to build these stairs because I can just use these ramps for the time being. You're thinking something fell into my lava. I didn't see any. Population is still at 158. It was at 158 before the fight. Dwarf has begun a mysterious construction. Going to bed? So for interview, it should go... The premiere... assuming I get it edited tonight, which I will. The premiere will go live at the time I normally go live. You're tripping, don't worry. Okay, just don't trip on your shoelaces, yeah? Take care of yourself. Drink water. Oh yeah, no, there's definitely graphite blocks in my lava. That is for sure. It's kind of an awful setup right now. So chat, where do you think the king's quarters go? King and queen. Actually, you know, constructed over top of the lava thing over here might actually be a pretty cool idea. I don't have easy access to sand, so making glass floors is very, very, very tedious. Rather not do glass floors. No way of constructing stuff out of spider webs. I could use, I could make gem windows, though. I think I'm between two spots on this level, chat. On this side, overlooking this way, with windows. Glass windows. Or maybe a little further down along here somewhere. Like, over here, essentially. Yeah, like right here, basically. The king and queen's quarters, they share. We killed the forest titan, Skywalker. Or up here, constructed over top of this. Or still on this spot right here. I really like this area. I think this looks awesome, actually. Because this would be like looking over. They need floor heating? They don't. I mean, I can pump lava where... If you want me to like put lava around the edge of their room. I could just do that. I could put lava anywhere. LaFonda, how's things been? What is up, friend? Also, chat, I would like you guys to know that there's a problem. We have 2,020 subs right now. Can we please get past the year 2020? Does heating actually do anything? You can melt ice if there is lava one layer beneath it. But aside from that, no. Thank you for the fast-paced, straight to the point, short YouTube tutorials. You don't want to dig through 10-minute long videos just for one small... You know, it's funny. There's been some people that complain that I talk too fast, and then everybody else is just like, yo, you don't understand. Up until this guy started making videos, every single Dwarf Fortress tutorial was 45 minutes long. If they're all like the same parent, like, I mean, you just gain 20 haulers. That's actually great. The problem that I have that I've run into with the tutorials though is I'm having trouble making that format work for more complex things because they do get long. Yeah, everybody says it's like me further reading and thank you for moving us into the year 2021, LaFonda, for the 19th month. Yeah, it's me further reading and Twisted Logic are like the Steam version's quality tutorial generation. Gonna hop off to bed. You have a good night, animal. Oh, really? Whoa. I didn't know this. There's an aquifer in this wall. I'm so pissed. No, it's not that it's oh no. It's I could have used the aquifer that's right here if I'd known this was an aquifer for this, instead of harnessing the aquifer from up here. That would have been 1,000 times less complex. And over here. I could have saved, like, so much fucking time if I'd known that was an... I'm angry, chat. No, falling water doesn't hurt frames. Not on my computer, at least. All right, well, lads, change of plans. We are building the king and queen's quarters. Ooh. Even better idea. Bridge across. And we construct it on top of this. On the edge of this. Like, basically, this is the king and queen's quarters. Right here. Right next to the lava right there. And then I can do some cool things with the lava. I'm not doing a glass floor for the dozenth time. And I'm not doing a glass floor specifically because I really don't want to build in the caverns. The surface is enough of a pain in the ass right now. And digging into the caverns would actively invite all of the wildlife to just be annoying. And I really just could not be asked. Just gonna be honest with you guys. I'm not gonna do that. All right, Angry Noodle. I know that you're angry, but we gotta... I could do some stuff with obsidian. I think I have obsidian in this fort. Do I have a paper making tutorial? No, but I need to make one. Well, look at this. We just got Queen's garments. Excellent. Asmil, the cook, has created Rashi Brock, a pigtail robe, and offers it to the chunky orb. I mean, I knew that that was being made in the background. This is a pigtail robe. All craft ship is of the highest quality. It is encircled with bands of oval... Why is there a military dwarf sleeping in here? Of oval... Let me try this again. All craftsmanship is the highest quality. It is encircled with bands of oval, dendric, agate cabochons, and pig leather. It is made from pigtail cloth. This object is adorned with hanging rings of pigtail. On the item is an image of Lorbam, the dwarf, in maples. Lorbam, the dwarf... on the item is an image of Lorbam, the dwarf, in maples. And maples in silver. There we go. Lorbam is surrounded by the maples. So Lorbam must have loved maples. Do you know a Lorbam? Nope. Nah, they're allowed to sleep on the job. It's fine. All right, well, you can wear that. Will they automatically go in? Mercenaries, not so much. Monster hunters, yes. Mercenaries might. Mercenaries are much more lazy. I don't have a single Lorbam in this fort. I got a Laura, Lytast, and a Lead, but no Lorbam. Vertical axle? You should try building a 240 Z-level tall lava pump. If you think that's rough. Could be much worse. Could be somebody dead. I'm not going to dig too deeply. I mean, if it's irritating the caverns, then yes. But it would have to be irritating the caverns to do that. So it depends on how irritable your caverns are, I suppose. Do I currently have any rock blocks jobs? No, I don't. Let's just do some generic rock blocks because I'm kind of running out of things. Am I out of... Hold on a second. Am I out of iron? Really? I had so much magnetite. I mean, I got a lot of the dangerous shit turned off, too. Yep. I think. Wait, no. Never mind. Okay, let's just set up a smelt magnetite job. Yeah, they're not smelting magnetite. Let's just set that to infinite, 0. If you set a job to 0, then they just do it infinitely. Irritable cavern syndrome. that's a concept I don't want to think about. Just got to keep an eye, make sure there's nothing scampering in from the bottoms. Not making it out of gold. Oh, you just wait. Oh, you just wait. Plenty of stuff will be made out of gold. And gems, for that matter. Because, okay, so here's a few things, MMO Junkie. Number 1, there may not be a single piece of marble on your entire map. Okay? Dwarf Fortress isn't like Minecraft where you get every stone on every map. That's not how this works. Dwarf Fortress follows actual rock formations and different types of stone. So first off, it's a flux stone. which means if you don't have a flux layer on your map, you have none. I guarantee you. But the more, rather, the larger your map and the more biomes you spread, the higher variety you will get. So I can't tell you what layer it's on, because it might just not exist on your map. Just looking at the stuff I have a lot of. See what's checked. That'll work, but I think I'm pretty sure that only shows you what you've currently discovered, does it not? I could be wrong, but I always thought that was only what you've currently discovered. I know glass walls would have a nice view. That's fine. I'm not making glass, so if you just keep mentioning it, I'm just going to get slightly more irritated every time. I mean, or you could just go read the wiki, Maltese. There's 3 kinds of glass. There's clear glass, crystal glass, and green glass. People will sell it to you, yeah. You can import sandbags. Crystal glass requires rock crystal, which is a gem type thing. Really crappy gem that's not worth a lot. What's it called? Crystal glass requires rock crystal. Clear glass requires potash, or is it pearl ash? And green glass just requires sand. Potash is made into pearl ash, so you do, I think, need potash. I always confuse the steps on those ones, but yeah, marbles is probably right there. That's one of those ones where I always have to look it up every time I do it, because I can never remember what order is what. It's like it's potash to pearl ash to clear glass. Yeah, it's a thing. It's just glass with extra steps, really. Glad that vomit finally got cleared up. Why did you suspend my constructions, you lazy twitbags? The hell? Uranium is an unusable material in Dwarf Fort. This is Dwarf Fortress, not Stalker. Well, there is uranium ore, I think. You just can't do anything with it. Also, chat, I got something to show you that my artist sent me. So I'm working on merchandise for the stream, working with Fourth Wall. It's been a long time since I've done merch, but I want to like actually put a lot of work into it. And my artist sent me this. I warn you, it's a little bit of a flashbang right now because it's a lot of just like white backgrounds, but this is very much a mock-up. So, you know. Am I making a board game? No, just merch. Probably a mug. Or a coaster. Or something. Very unfinished. Work in progress. There's just so much. I was looking at it this morning while half awake, and I was like, there's just so much going on in this image. Labor tab, that does not allow them to work on anything. So here's the thing. With the way the labor system works, if there's a job available, the dwarf with the highest skill that isn't currently occupied with something else in that job just automatically goes and does it. So you don't have to assign any labors, really. As long as you make sure that the ones that are set to only select to do this have people selected. And as long as the only selected / everybody... Actually, I need to make some more of these planters because some of my planters died. Not you. You. As long as that everybody does this ones are set to everybody does this, everything will just get done. This is literally a joke because gatekeeping, nobody does this. This is just for hauling bodies if there's a bad siege. And this is just specifically for gem cutting. But outside of that, I don't set specific jobs, really, because you don't need to. The way the work order system works in this game makes assigning jobs to specific dwarves actively worse unless you're using DF hack. Yeah, I'm going to make one for armors and weaponsmithing once I get my weaponsmithing like jobs running properly, but honestly, my dwarves are pretty good at it to begin with and really don't need it. We keep gatekeeping here. I'm not sure that works that way. but I respect the effort. Do you pump it louder, though? Or do you pump it better? Those are the two songs that use the word pump it that I know. It's the Electric Callboy song, Pump It, and the Black Eyed Peas song, Pump It. So which one are you pumping? Oh yeah, also Pump Up the Jam. I guess that's another one. I had to confirm. All the other kids with the pumped up kicks. Thanks, that's stuck in my head for the next, 6 weeks. Crap, we're back in the year 2020. So you should just delete all of them? I mean, you can use them, but just note that if jobs aren't getting done and you have 47 different custom labors, you've probably skewed something up in your custom labors that's causing more problems.
I just want to thank you personally, Blind, for my first taste of the flesh. Forgotten Beast is extremely delicious. I am beginning to wonder what other things might taste like. Will write soon.
This is like weirdly ominous. I don't like this, man. Streamlabs voice is getting sketchy. Thank you for the first taste of flesh. Ugh. Mommy, I'm scared. Exactly. Gold table. 25, I guess. Gold throne. 25. All right, so oh, hold on. Where does this go? Okay, so it goes nowhere. I think it actually does still go up to the surface, though. Or did I build over top of it? It does. All right, hold on. I'm just going to put a cork in this so this doesn't cause any problems for me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to now dig out this. This is going to be the king and queen's dining room. And there's actually going to be... Obviously, you don't see it yet because I haven't built it. I'm going to make a walkway from up here down into here. So they'll have this as the main entryway into their throne room / quarters. And then down here will be their dining room. Korean food, yum. I agree. What kind of dwarf would you like? Cook? I could give you a cook. That would be... And then you could have a dwarf named Korean food, yum, that makes food. How's that sound? Just had lunch? I know. Now I want Korean... There's a pretty good Korean fried chicken place close to me. Queen, please. Well, jump straight for the prize. Let me find this stupid queen. There you are. Bulbok. Why do I feel that surface farming gives more yield than non-cavern soil terrarian farming? They're identical. Non-cavern soil terrarian... Well, actually, mudded soil farming and underground farming, like cavern farming, are 5 times more efficient than dirt and surface. Dirt and surface are about the same. All right. She prefers to present herself boldly, even if it would offend the average sense of modesty. Does not stick with things, even if minor difficulties arise, and accepts favors without developing a sense of obligation, preferring to act as the current situation demands. She often finds herself to be changing her mind to agree with somebody else, and she can occasionally lose focus on the matter at hand. She is often nervous and can handle stress, and she is a friendly individual and doesn't mind little tumult and discord in day-to-day living. She has an active imagination, and she is curious and eager to learn, and she doesn't try to get things done perfectly. She doesn't often experience strong cravings or urges, and she enjoys the company of others. She rarely feels discouraged and can sometimes act without deliberation. Or rather, with little determination and confidence. She's often cheerful and she's not particularly interested in what others think of her, and always points at others when she's greeting them. That's very queenly. I like that. She needs alcohol to get through the working day. Dreams of crafting a masterwork someday, and personally values sacrifice and dreams of crafting a masterwork. A sacrifice of others, of course. She likes malachite, tin, and black opal, and unicorn hoof, and alpaca wool shields and quivers, and ballista arrows, and the words of the meditation of orbs in the sight of the mellow meadow. When possible, prefers to consume persimmon wine and hates worms. She has many kindred spirits. Wait a second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So she came from the Long Key, and she's a former bookkeeper of the Severe Ropes. No, she's not a vampire. No. When you start a fortress of 7 dwarves, with the initial 7 are automatically best friends and usually become kindred spirits. Meaning this was one of my 7 dwarves that was pulled out of thin air for the existence of one of the forts that I started somewhere. She's also the former sheriff of the Severe Ropes, which... I don't think was Tour Shadows? Ah. She came from Crazed Hammers. Crazed Hammers was a fortress that I started. Yeah, so she lived in the Severe Ropes. She was one of the starting 7 dwarves in the Severe Ropes. We did, yeah, I remember saying something about this. I'm like, Crazed Hammers seems like a good name for a place. BDSM fort? I mean, not most forts. Well, that's kind of cool. She's a proficient. She has Because I was just doing the quick embarks, you know, where you just click play now, right? And it always gives you a proficient fisher dwarf when you just click play now. Which means she was the fisher dwarf. Which is really funny. That's really, really funny. That's just way too amusing to me. So this is Kyra Asylum's office. I'm going to make an office right here for the outpost liaison. Yes. Interview is, in fact, in 1 hour, which means in about 30 minutes I'm going to go do lunch, and then we'll hang out on the main menu of the game for a bit and chit-chat. We'll see how much construction I can get done until then. How do you remove constructions like that? Same way you always did, with the designate remove tool. So let's just say you build a square. Then you click the pick, you click this button, and then click. You could do it even quicker as well if you do it this way. Or you can do it this way. It doesn't work for furniture. It's a live interview. I will be streaming it. It's going to be streamed here with at least Tarn. I don't know if Zach's going to be on this one. And I'm going to be, I'm going to have a guest host. Actually, you can type an exclamation point guest. He's obviously not on the stream yet, but if you type an exclamation point guest, you can see who my guest host is going to be. As I always try and bring on an interesting guest host, either somebody from the community or another dev. Bring you on next. All right, well, stream Dwarf Fortress. Make some cool videos that get like a couple tens of thousands of views that have high production value and are worth watching for the community. Make a notable impact, and I'll consider you. Genuine statement. But yeah, I do these every 4 months usually. But the last one was back in November. But it's been the longest, like, 2 months. Collecting those is painful. Yeah, I'm just very careful about where I place them at this point, is how I do it. It's the only way to stay sane. Like, I spoke with Clinodev briefly last night, and he was just like, by the way, sorry if I'm not that responsive. It's been the longest 6 weeks of January of my life. I'm like, yeah, I feel you there, dude. Know how you feel. I'm running out of shale mighty quick. I feel like I should just mine this out. Even if it's like halfway just for materials. I'll think of something to do with this area. You know, it's funny that everybody's like, it's really, so this is just like survivorship bullshit for me, right? So don't actually take this as legitimate criticism, chat, but I think it's absolutely hilarious that everybody's just like, I wish that there was a better version of insert thing here. This is the better one. You should see what it was before. That's the fort's net worth. Who am I giving a dwarf to, Frog? Morty, thanks very much for the Prime subscription. And also, I'm going to disable dwarf redemptions for the rest of this stream. Because I don't want to have to do that right when interview is starting. Who wanted... Okay, so they're asking who wanted a dwarf for a long time and wasn't able to get one yet. In 3 years, in 3 years, you got a Baron? Well, good for you, Freeman. This is maybe an obscure reference, but how's your mind doing, Freeman? Bob isn't a person, though. Bob is just, you want me to name a dwarf Bob for some reason. One hour remaining. Yep. Aw, man. You should go look up Freeman's Mind on YouTube. Just for reference. What am I going to ask Tarn? I got a document of 35 questions, which is currently hidden. Which was sent in by people like you, potentially. 6x6 arc. Joe who? Is this Joe True, or is this just someone named Joe? Who's Joe? When is it? It's in 1 hour. I've never met a well, actually, that's not true. Vast majority of developers are obviously better at making their game than they are at playing it. It's kind of a silly question. Well, I mean, there is somebody named Joe True who probably wanted one. But I was just trying to confirm if that's the Joe that you were referring to. I don't want to just name a dwarf Joe. They get happy thoughts if they're using a steel anvil. They don't get happy thoughts if they're using an iron anvil. Actually, you know what? I don't want to use gold there. They get happier thoughts whenever they use an adamantine anvil. It's like practically like alcohol euphoria. Trying to just see how much of this I can get done. Oops. A little bit too close to that. Tropicommunist. Chat, what kind of dwarf am I giving to Tropicami? Let's see, we do actually have some fun dwarves. Considering I could just be like... That's interesting. Oh, I was gonna say, why doesn't the Outpost Liaison have a rank? They do. Could give him the Outpost Liaison. King Consort? Tarn has been very blunt amongst Junk over the years that they have absolutely no interest in implementing any multiplayer features whatsoever. And no. There are several mods that make it playable in a cooperative way, but the only thing I've learned from those mods is that no, you don't actually want that. Twitch integration when? I'll never use it. Sounds like garbage. Like most Twitch integration, it ruins video games. All right, so the king it is. I fucking hate Twitch integration. It's the worst way to play a video game. And the fastest way to make a video game as unfun as humanly possible. Not sure where the king is on this list, so we'll just do it this way. He's a farmer. Tropicami. No, I'm saying that Twitch chat integration ruins video games. You're a cook and an adequate organizer. You have poor empathy, not greedy, but you're envious, and you disdain stoicism. He is swayed by emotional appeals and is prone to strong feelings of jealousy. Desires little for himself in the way of possessions and takes offered help and gifts without feeling particularly grateful. He is somewhat fearful in the face of imminent danger and doesn't cling tightly to ideas, and is open to changing his mind and has a tendency towards forming deep and emotional bonds with others. He doesn't tend to hold on to grievances, and he often acts with compassion. He is trusting and he likes to keep things practical without delving deeply into the abstract, and he tends to assume that the worst of two outcomes will be, of course, the one that comes to pass. He is often cheerful.
I just found out that pressure plates only open floodgates, not close them, which is fine. Unless it is lava.
Well, they'll open them, but you have to remove the lava to close them. So it's not gonna like open, close, open, close, open, close. It's just gonna open, and then if there's lava on them, the lava will just stay on them. You have to move the lava off of them to close them again. He works to square this natural tendency with his respect and martial prowess, and when he becomes exasperated, he starts to mutter under his breath, and he scratches his ear when he's thinking. Seems kind of nuts. Needs alcohol to get through the working day, dreams of mastering a skill, personally sees no value in holding back complaints and concealing emotions, and values hard work. He likes granite, copper, and black zircon, candlenut wood and drathla leather, rami fabric, and the color pine green, bolts and chickens for their scratching, and the words of the meditation of orbs in the sight of the tress of rhythms, and when possible prefers to consume river spirits, sorghum flour, and hates bark scorpions. I too hate scorpions that bark at me. I'd be terrified. Solid Dwarf tells a story of the appointment of Ezem to the position of General of the Constructive Orb in 155 at the oily date. It is interesting. Yeah, so it's the hubby of the ruler. So he's the queen's wife. I mean, you better dig it. It's Dwarf Fort. All right. Let's get that all dug out. Actually, All right, chat. I'm making a real quick Reddit post. I'm going to link this in chat if you would like to interact. Of course, while I'm making a Reddit post. There you go. Okay. Seems to be a bunch of child snatchers again. It's a pretty big one, though. There's probably snatchers running up in front. Sup, green dude. Too many goblins. God damn it, goblins. How many friggin' goblins? He's got everything he needs. If he's muttering, he's got everything he needs. All right. That. Sweet. Let's jump down into the fort. That one's not so important. A really weird sound in my hallway right now. All right. Why are you... Oh, I know why. Some new dwarves since Buttkins, can you turn around? Thank you. And maybe don't get vaulted into the fort or into the lava, which might happen actually. Okay, you made it. And shit. And double shit. Triple shit. Up. Well, I think Asno has seen has had better days. Also, it looks like we kind of missed a bunch of them. All right, well, let's do this again. Block this, just so that they don't get in that way. Let's see if they back up when this closes. I just want them to regroup, and then I'm hoping that they'll clump up a little bit, because these little, like, ranged squads don't really group up, which is kind of makes this whole project a little tricky. I'm assuming they will all go back to... Uh-oh, actually, there's a goblin in my fort, isn't there? One of them did make it into the fort, did he not? Yeah, let's just station the squads right here until this is done. Come on, move up. Move up. Move up. Move up. That's what we need. Perfect. Just walk around. Around the corner. Yeah, no, yep. All right, well, let's do this. Let's pull this lever. And this lever. Let's see if that'll work. Maybe a staggered pull will work. Because it should close this and open this. Dwarves can, in fact, dodge into those. Zombie giant sponge! What's up, dude? Well, I'm just too quick on the lever pulls, turns out. Let's pull this twice. That'll do her. Just want these guys to make it in. Where are you going? There you go. Okay. I need to do a slight delay on that. Let's pull the lever. Do it now. And then pull the lever again, but pause. You'll never forget this beast. Trust me, chat. Never. Well, they can run in and die. That's fine. Can you guys run in and die too? That'll be great. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, now that I can do that, they can run in here and die to my squads. Down there. Perfect. And we got him, it looks like. This, Nosko is going to live. So fortunate for Nosko. And then Lava right, because lava never wrong. And also got to go down here again, because I didn't put my levers in even remotely similar places. Gotta hit this lever. Now we wait. For fuck's sake. It hasn't in the last few days, Torialis. Actually. It hasn't. Been a little bit. The first pop is 250, and now the Monster Hunter's doing the thing. Alright, so Forgotten Beast, Nomar, Attic Bacter, Quasi, Tharig has come. An enormous coyote with external ribs. It has thin wings of stretched skin, and it belches and croaks. Its pearl hair is short and even. Beware, it's deadly blood. Okay, so it is on a layer that could theoretically get to us. Can it? Why is it bleeding, and why can't I see it? Bleeding? Heavy bleeding. Winded? I can't. Where did it go? Well, it's off map and it's dying, chat. Well, let's keep an eye on its status. It's shaken to the core. Well, I'm assuming it's dying to something. Let's just watch this. Invisible invaders? No, actually, probably just another Forgotten Beast. There's a few Forgotten Beasts on there. Deadly blood kind of sucks. I mean, maybe its blood is deadly to itself. It went in the magma pool? Nah. It would have said that it was on fire. Also, they're lava resistant. Deadly blood is kind of like the blood that the aliens have in Alien. The xenomorphs. Because, like, you know, their blood's like acid. Anyway, there goes the lava. These goblins are just like, guys, we need to come up with a better plan of, oh god, what is that? Run away. Run away or something. A rough day for a goblin. More like, burn, shakalaka. They're like, okay, we must form up against this wall of lava. I need you, and this guy back here is the commander. He's like, all right, everybody, I need you to, in unison, defecate on the lava to stop the flow. And they're like, boss, I don't think it's gonna work. And he's like, Trust me, if we all just use the Death Stranding tactic, you can block the lava. Hold position and block the lava. Just like, hold the line, back up, retreat, hold the line. Really need to make this more efficient. We're losing so much lava every time I do this. Such an inefficient system. Death Stranding tactic, urinate on the baddies. Have you never played Death Stranding? Literally, that game has just like a piss on command button. It's very funny. Just psst. And yes, like peeing on the weird like goo monsters in that game does actually just kill them. Looks like we have our first volunteer. He tried. We need a wall that pushes them in. I just need better lava distribution is all I actually need. So it dumps lava at both ends as well as in the middle. Crispy gobo potato. Can you do a Star Wars trash compactor? Trying to think. I mean, I guess you could like just do like a whole bunch of drawbridges in a row, but it would probably just end up smashing them to death. Hearing the muffled screams of panic. What's even better is when they vault the walls when they catch on fire, and then they just catch the forest on fire. Like when we got attacked by the elves, we actually had one catch fire, jump the wall, and then catch the forest on fire, which was pretty great. They're holding. This one's an adequate surgeon. That's not going to help you much here, dude. Bad news bears. This one's climbing the wall. Did he get across? He was trying. Oh, nope. One of them made it across, see? This guy. Nagazbo made it across. It's fine. Anyway, siege is over. I think it looks cooler from the layer above. One got out. Did he get out alive, though? I think he was on fire when he got out. Oh, wait, hold up. We got ourselves a sneaky one. Where are you going exactly? Cuts mob. Also, my population went down by 1, chat. Don't panic. Wow, you are really... Oh, fall. Yes! You know, if he just walked to the edge... If he just, like, walked up to here... Could have climbed this wall out and over. Also, one died up here on the wall, somehow. Not sure how that happened. Tried. An effort was made. Let's just give them ready orders. Let them go. Chill. All right. Back to the... Some migrants have arrived. I don't know how they're going to get into the fort, but they've arrived. Guys, fort's a little burny right now. I'll do my best to clear it out for you, but you may have to wait outside for a little bit. Probably I'll just make an overhang out of whatever's lying around, Grenlith. And this will allow it to flow that way. And also just let it empty out on all sides, as well as closing this. I also need a way of draining this at some point. You're headed out, Junkie? We'll see when we see him. You have a dwarf who's just running around babbling after not being able to do a thing. He's insane. He won't leave if you kick him out. He'll just eventually starve to death. That's all that means. It kind of sucks, but is what it is. You're not wrong. Yeah, I kind of do need a second entrance. It actually wouldn't be too hard to make. Could make one like right here. Have like a ramp, or have like a not a ramp, that's the wrong word. Have like a retractable drawbridge over top of it or something. Yeah, it kind of sucks, but at least he's just running around babbling, not hurting anybody. Might get a little burny there. Let's go a little further up. It's the side door. If nothing else. Oy vey. Also, chat, if you're going to throw text-to-speech at the stream, you got to do it in, like, the next 10 minutes. Because in about 8 to 10 minutes, I'm going to be shutting off all notifications and prepping. Which means I'm going to go take my lunch break. I'm hoping those, your migrants can get into the fort this way. Unlikely. Violetta Bond. And it's kind of stupid of me because I would get views if I did it, right? But I don't use either of those tools. I don't use DF hack, really, outside of occasionally checking for bugs and things. I don't really like the way things such as, I don't really like the way the things like Stone Sense look. So that's not really a benefit to me. And why would I make tutorials out of a piece of software that I don't use and don't think is important? Really. I mean, DFHack is super important for modders. I'm not a modder. I don't use the tools for that it comes with. I don't think that they're useful or interesting. And I actively despise Therapist. I'm not going to fault anybody for using it, but personally, I actively dislike it. So for me, it's kind of redundant to make tutorials out of a thing that, I mean, frames are fine in Dwarf Fortress. Really. At least for me, I've never really had a problem with frame rate death. I've always been pretty good at managing my frames. Anaconda Forgotten Beast. Oh, that's pretty badass, actually. Especially if it flies. Gonna be a bit of a danger, though. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's not a piece of software I use, and so why would I make a tutorial out of it? Especially considering I'm not super knowledgeable about it because I don't use it. I've always been a vanilla guy. Like, in the old days, I never used Therapist, and I never really found much use for hack. It's dead. It died off screen, Seb.
Streamlabs here. Just wanted to say I'm looking forward to the upcoming interview. I'll be listening in with my family and learning all I can. They will not understand, but I will make them understand.
Gotta say that this text-to-speech thing is getting a little creepy. Get inside, dwarves. But I think that's also the point. They will not understand, but I will make them understand. GLaDOS vibes. As it should. As most dystopian robots should. Kind of surprised nobody's burnt to death yet. Although there's ways around it, you're fine. Shit's on fire. It's a little warm in here, yeah. Alright, so Aegis, are you gonna die? Or are you gonna walk away from the fire in time? Admittedly, I could lock him inside, but I think this is way more fun. That's a choice. Climb the tree, okay. We're still playing. It's a brush fire, it's not in the trees. It's midsummer and the trees don't really have anything in them from the last brush fire. Question is he gonna figure out how to get down? He wants to take his life off and do nothing for the rest of his days. Well, your days will be real short if you jump into the water. It's a good thing they can't die of smoke inhalation, eh? Oh no, a piggy! Alright, let's chop the tree down? Appears to be that one that he's sitting on. Now he's taking a nap in the tree. Well, they're not chopping down the tree just yet. You know, it might be easier to just turn on the burrow. Probably also need some more woodcutters. You know, it's funny, and in a lot of ways, I agree with dwarves on like their ethics and such, except for their ones on nature. I love nature in real life. I think nature's pretty great. Feel empathy remembering discussing an acquaintance's problems. Isn't the burrow still on? Nope. No, I turned it off a while ago. Is the lava supposed to spill out? It's dramatic effects. Come on. Yeah, because I didn't really have any time to build a drain. I mean, it's a little suboptimal setting the entire surface on fire every time, but nah, fine. Just kind of brush fires its way across the map and then it stops. No, it doesn't change the fertility of the soil. All right, Aegis, we got to get you out of this tree. Forest fires are important. Except for when they make my entire city's like air quality worse than Beijing, China. Then they kind of suck. Time for the fire brigade and a big ladder. Eh. I take the chaotic option, chop the tree down. Oh, come on, we chopped the one. Never mind, there was 2. God damn it. All right, let's get the other one. Let's hope you fall straight down. Attempt 2. Didn't even notice. Look at this kid. He just went, you know, still playing make-believe. Well. Definitely has poor intuition, and I mean, he can't recover slowly if he's not hurt. Although there is nowhere to go, I did kind of lock the bridge, so. It's very funny. Bruce is rad. I hear Bruce is rad. Thank you very much for that Prime subscription. And Bean Hoarder as well with the Prime. All right, so now I'm going to turn this back on. Let's just force all these dwarves underground. Get underground, you damn nerds. All right. Let's see if they fill this in first or not. 25 minutes? Yep. Watch like a vile force of darkness, 250 migrants, and a ambush show up right now. Right now would be a real bad time for an ambush because there is literally a hole in my fort. Anybody wanna build that? Yeah? Anybody? We're storing a lot of items in bins, actually. Oh, I see, because we finally started making those bins. Well, that explains. Probably means that I'm finally getting the cloth out of this area, though. That's good. The burrow's off again. I'm sorry, I'm turning the burrow on and off real fast. Okay, sweet, it's done. We'll just let the lava disappear, and when the lava's all gone, they can come inside, because it's almost drained anyway. You command me to go have a sandwich. What's up, Kid Fox? How you doing, Alexandra? You here for the big interview? Gonna be fun, I think. I don't normally do these so close together, but... All right, chat. On the topic of serious subjects, it's time for you to say goodbye, YouTube. The king of the fortress, Tropic Communist, has commanded me to go get a sandwich. So because of this dwarven mandate, it's time for me to return to this main menu of the video game. We do have a little bit of time. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to remind you that if, for some horrific reason, you want to throw text-to-speech at the stream, do it now while I'm getting lunch. And then when I return, we'll do the, you know, the muting everything and all that jazz. Couple minutes. Also going to mute the video game for right now, at this exact moment. Actually, I'm probably just going to leave it muted.